Is it just me, or it feels like every year in the NFL there was emphasis on pass interference, and then a couple of years ago it was holding, and then Tom Brady tweeted out, don't want to watch this. So many holding calls. Is there an emphasis on one particular call or penalty every year that you start the year with?
There usually is, and that process, the competition committee, they start meeting during the season in terms of conference calls and things like that. Then once the season ends, they really pick up their schedule, and they look at all the trends from the season. A lot of that is right passing yards per game. That's an important number. Points per game, plays per game. So they look at all of that. And if they notice anything that's an issue, then they'll dive into the tape and see, okay, are we not calling fouls in certain areas? Are we missing fouls? And I think this year, illegal contact will be the one that we'll probably be talking about at least early on, because last year there were only 36 fouls in 272 games. That's the lowest in history. And that foul, that's your defensive players can't contact beyond 5 yards. That goes back to the 70s, that rule. And that impacts the passing game. Passing yards were down last year for the first time. It was the second lowest since 2010. So that's somewhat of a concern. So you have to look at, are we not calling illegal contact? Are we allowing defenders to disrupt routes and disrupt the timing downfield illegally? So that'll be a point of emphasis. I think we'll see an uptick early, and those are big penalties. They're 5 yards, but they're automatic first downs. So I would expect to see some of that early in the season.